Good morning from Chicago, the risk management capital of the world. I'm Alan Nuckman here at the CME Group with the Morning Market Stir for Thursday, March the 3rd. Markets were quiet, relaxed, traded sideways after the big burst that we saw on Tuesday. Actually did rally at the end of the session to close on the highs and get into the positive for a gain of about 0.25% across the board. 1983.5 was the close in the E-mini S&P, up 5.5 points. The broad market led the day, up 0.4%. Dow futures up 20, 16,868, and the Nasdaq was up 8 at 43.29, with all three solidly above those February highs with that push and breakout here on Tuesday. The dollar index was down 14, 98.22, very tight range once again, consolidation happening in the currencies, a 45-point range between the high and the low. Speaking of range, euro currency 108.67 down 3. The high there was 108.84, the low was 108.29, so about a 50-point range between the high and the low on the session. The bond market and the 30-year treasuries, in the treasuries in general, we've turned into the June contract, 162.21, up 10 points after a heavy unwinding the day previous. Crude oil was on the move, got as high as 35.15, pushing up to that 36 resistance. The close yesterday was 35.65, up a quarter, and that was after an intraday dip with high inventory numbers where it did get down to 33.55 and made one more comeback. And speaking of comebacks, gold keeps coming back, up another $11 yesterday at $12.42. So after the mixed action yesterday and the positive close, where do these markets stand here on this Thursday morning? Well, it's steady as she goes. Very unchanged in the stock indexes right now. E-mini S&P unchanged at 1983. Dow futures up 1 at 16,869. And the Nasdaq up 1 at 43.30, but still holding the gains from Tuesday and the follow through from yesterday. The dollar's going nowhere, 98.22 unchanged. The euro currency seeing a bit of firmness, up 14 at 108.82. Treasuries down one tick at 162.19. So to give an update on yields right now, the 30-year has a yield right now of 2.70, and that 10-year note is at 1.85. So quite a little turnaround that we've seen in the last few sessions where Treasury prices have come down and yields have come back up. Crude oil up another 10 cents at 34.75 with yesterday's high at 35.15 to keep an eye on, and gold's up $2 at 12.44. So to wrap up this current action with 2 hours to go before the cash stock market open, nothing's happening in the stock indexes, not going down, not going up. S&P unchanged, Dow futures up 1, and the Nasdaq 100 minus 1. I will see you early Friday morning for your morning market stir to set up your trading day. Alan Nuckman here at the CME Group, where it all comes back to commodities.